Hey guys, my name's Jose, and these videos are a journey through my portfolio. They are mainly to help me become a better trader, but hopefully you can learn something from them as well. Before we start, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to get info on new episodes and other videos. So let's begin. Today, we're going to look at my current positions as of Thursday, April 4th, 2019. So I only have about 10 positions, so this episode should go pretty quick. Just gonna state the reason I got into the trade and what are my moves gonna be continuing the trade. So the first stock I'm gonna talk about is American Airlines. I have been seeing a lot of heavy flow on the 38 calls for June 21st. That's about 78 days from now. So that's a long time. So these are the 38 calls right here. So I wanted to follow the 38 calls since there's a heavy flow on them, but I didn't want to risk all that capital that they're costing right now. I think it's about $34. Let me just check real quick. They're about they're pretty expensive. They're about 182. Sorry, let me just check real quick. I think they're about $40. They're about $60 per contract. So for $60 contract, that definitely could be pretty expensive. I didn't want to follow the flow that bad, so I ended up doing a call spread, calendar call spread, to reduce my price here. I sold shorter term calls at 36, and essentially I'm paying about $20 for those 38 contracts. So best case scenario, these 36 calls that expire in 22 days expire worthless. I get to keep all the credit, and then I get to have these 38 contracts for less than $20. Worst case scenario, I these 36 calls get tested, and I can just, since it's a calendar, I can just keep rolling them and increasing the size, and eventually break even. So American Airlines, that's my position right now, and at the moment, this is just going to be a waiting game. Next, I have um, Boeing. So Boeing, I've had this for some time. I do mainly stock trade, option trades. So I do have a short put spread. I have short put spread at, let me look real quick. So I have a short put spread, 370 short, 370 short put. So as long with a 365 defensive put. So as long as Boeing stays above 370, I get to collect my full credit of $200 per contract. So that means my break even is 368. Right now, Boeing is about at 390. Did it close at? Closed at 395. So it's looking pretty good at the moment. These expire in 43 days. So I still have definitely plenty of time. But if I collect about 60-75% of those $200 per contract, I'll most likely sell off. One of the key points right now I'm definitely going to keep a lookout is this 400 mark, and which is around where the gap down happened. So this is definitely going to prove to have some resistance. If we break below this, I might enter a short call at around 415. But at the moment, I'm still pretty bullish and waiting to see what happens at that 400 level. Next, we'll take a look at Baba. Baba, we can take a look at it in the daily time frame. The daily time frame, we can see this wedge happening. I did get in at the bottom here. I'm currently in a short put spread. I have a couple, but my main one is short 175, just about the support that I have right here. The support I have is about 176.98 at the moment, around 176.5, we can say. So I'm definitely above that with my short put price. So as long as I stay above 175, this should be good. Also excited by the amount of flows coming in for Chinese stock, which made me increase the position size on this stock. If this breakout does happen right here, we have this little wedge resistance. If this breaks out, I'm going to increase position. I'm just gonna add an alert here. to make sure to let me know if we break out. So that's BABA. Next, we have Bank of America. I've been seeing a lot of heavy flows on banks. So this right now is more of a heavy flow type deal. And with these types of flows, this is not chart related, it's more just following the flows. I tend to have a smaller position. Right now I have a few short put spread of 285. I'm short the 30 put, and around here, and I'm long the 285, 28.5. So right now I'm collecting about 75 cents, which is half my credit. So as long as I stay above 29.25, I'm profitable in this trade. But again, this trade, and you'll see as SLF, they have been heavy flows coming in from from uh from big banks and big accounts that I'm definitely following them. CMG, Chipotle. On this one, I am pretty bullish on many things. Chipotle is not one of them, and I decided to have a few negative short delta on my portfolio. So I decided to do a short call spread. The short call spread is as long as it stays below my short call price. Right now I'm at 730, so 730 right here, which seems to be a nice resistance point. As long as I'm below that price, I get to keep my full credit of $200. Right now, Chipotle is sitting at about, it closed today at 703. Definitely had a low, but closed today at 703. Yep, and it's definitely had a low. Definitely fighting its way up here. So if I do see a few resistance breakout around here, I might think about closing this position before I get tested. Somewhere around 720, 7. But yep, right now this is to add to a negative delta so I can have some short exposure. EA, this was one of my bad trades for the week, and I honestly do not know why I traded it. I was trying to keep the signal. I should have waited for the signal. Right now I have this wedge going on. I thought it was gonna bounce back through it. It has not bounced back. Might close off this position before I take any heavy hits. I have a short put spread, so I need the stock to be above 99.5. Not that far off, but right now I can take it for a small loss. I'm most likely gonna do. What should have happened is I should have waited for the breakout to happen out of here, right? We see a few bounces, not see any bounce throughout the 2 hours, and for that reason, I did a bad trade here. I should have waited before going in. So EA, I'm most likely gonna close this. Next, we have SOXL, just the 3 times ETF for semiconductors. They have been pretty crazy past few days. For that reason, again, I just felt like I needed to add a few short exposure. I'm pretty long. I have long delta. Portfolio, so I want to add a few short deltas. And I felt like this was the best one to do, especially with semiconductors being so high at the moment. But we see these candles right here, they have a long wick, then they bust back down. So right now I have short call spread at 157. Currently the price of OXL is 158.83, but I still have a few days, about 15 days for it to drop below that price. Again, my main reason for this trade was to have some short deltas. I didn't want to be just full deltas, especially when the market is this high right now. Next we have SPY. SPY have a short put spread for the next few days. Hoping to see around 289 soon. Gapped up, which is looking pretty good. And right now, again, with all the flows I'm seeing, this was a very small trade, but a small trade that would give me some nice reward if it does happen. This one again was mainly based on flow algo. There's very heavy flow going on SPY at the moment, but since it was a flow move opposed to my chart moves, I tend to go a little smaller. Next, we have Tesla. Today, Tesla took a big dump, and when it opened, I saw it bounced off that 360 pretty easily. I ended up opening a short put spread. Since we were so close to that 360, I ended up doing my short put spread at 250, which is a strong resistant support for this company. And while being so low at 260, I was able to collect again over $200 for per contract for this credit spread. And as long as we stay above 250, I'll be good. Right now, the only thing that worries me is Tesla is on this downtrend. So might be a position might close off maybe around 30 or 40%, maybe even 50% of my winnings before it drops back down. That's Tesla. Then we have Wells Fargo. So Wells Fargo, we have, and I've seen pretty heavy flows on this. If you follow me on Twitter, I posted a picture on the amount of big blocks bought. Friday alone was such a huge number. So right now I have a 475.50 put spread. So as long as we stay above $50 in the next 48 days, this would be good. And again, I said I'm pretty heavy with banks right now because of the flows coming in. But we can see this chart looks pretty nice for Wells Fargo. And $50 does not seem unreasonable for this stock, especially with their new CEO. If the new CEO gets announced pretty soon, hopefully that might rally the stock up. And finally, we have XLF, which is the financial index for the spider. I have been seeing a ridiculous, and when I mean ridiculous amount of flow going into the 28 calls for June 21st, 78 days from now. The June 21st contracts for 28 SLF have been going like crazy. When I mean the flow on this is ridiculous, the flow on this is ridiculous. So I did something similar to AAL where I ended up selling a cat when I ended up doing calendar spread. So I bought that long call of 28, but I sold a call at a lower price and quicker expiration date. So I'll be able to, I think I bought an essential, if it ends below my price, I will be within 29 days. I pretty much paid $10 for those 28 contracts. So I'm hoping that's the case, and 25.5 is definitely something that it can definitely be low, and I'll be able to rebuy those short contracts for almost nothing and have paid almost nothing for those 28 calls. So that's it. That's my portfolio at the moment. You can see I'm pretty bank heavy at the moment, and then pretty bullish on most of the market, but most of my put spreads are way above their break even price, so I'm pretty comfortable. Like I did mention, I did end up buying two negative deltas to have at least some short positions ready just in case. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. For me, this is more gonna be a daily journal. Well, more like a weekly journal. I'll try to post 2 times a week this journal to see how my current portfolio is doing. This will help me become a better trader, and hopefully you guys can pick up some tips as well. Again, make sure to subscribe, guys. Enjoy these videos and my other videos. I do both technical and fundamental analysis videos. Check them out. See you guys next time. I'll probably do another video around Tuesday or Wednesday after 2 or 3 days of trading. Have a good night, guys, and see you next time.